All right, greetings everyone, and welcome to Power Time Practice here at Ply Center Practice YouTube. Welcome to everyone who is joining for the first time, and those of you who have been following this program every week since we started about 8 years ago. So it's always an honor and a pleasure to be of service and support. My name is Sucharita, for those of you who don't know me. And it is such a wonderful, wonderful time of the year because we get to bring in the light. Today, we're going to talk about how to destroy dark forces, such as that which contributes to fear. And then we are going to find out who we can connect with in the divine realms who will help to boost our confidence, our self-esteem, so that we aren't going to be having to succumb to whatever energies are surrounding us in our family, in our work life, in our community, and in the world at large. It's a very uncertain time that we're living in right now, and Dr. Ply is committed to everyone here who visits Ply Center and Ashervid to get some light. So this is our place where we can hang out and remove any dark energies that are no longer serving us and they've gotten into us somehow and it has brought us down. So last week we talked about Lord Saturn and how it's so important for him to get his blessings and for him to bless us with a higher purpose in life. So he helps us to get on our spiritual path. Now, the guru of Saturn, or the spiritual master or teacher of Saturn, is Ashta Bhairava. So we are going to talk about how to combat fear, anxiety, slow time. We're going to work on our time management skills, but not having to toil too much. We will just get into miracle consciousness. So there's a service that's going on at Ashervid and Ply Center. It's called Ashta Bhairava Homa, and it is going to be the service for destroying fear and boosting confidence, which we all need right now. So if this resonates with you, then definitely you are going to receive the blessings just by being here and receiving this information. Knowledge is power, or it empowers us. It wakes us up to another reality that is full of intelligence. It's in the spiritual realm where things aren't limited. It's an unlimited way of being. So these Ashta means 8 and Bhairava means fearless one. He is going to create fear in others. So when we get that energy inside of us, those who are against us will run away. There won't be a battle. We'll just be holding this energy, and they will either come on board with us or they will go off. So in another direction. And that's what happens. Energy is never lost. It just moves and it gets dissipated or it gets converted. So Ashta 8 Bhairava, meaning that which destroys fear. He's fearless and he will create fear in those who are harming. So with this 8 forms of Bhairava, it's going to be a fire lab or a fire ritual. A homa or havan are the same names for this process that you will go through. It will be done proxy on our behalf. And Dr. Ply says that we should invoke Ashta Bhairava, this 8 fierce manifestations of Shiva. So Bhairava is a form of Lord Shiva. And he removes fear of all kinds because he's the god of fear. He will instill fear in others who are going against us. And he will make us to feel like, oh my goodness, I was so afraid of them and now they're afraid of me. So Ashta Bhairava is the ultimate archetype who destroys fear and inner negativities, stopping you from success, progressing in life, or achieving your financial goals. And we really need that right now during these economic times where we're not sure what's going to happen. And people have lost their jobs and they're trying to find a way out, a new way to make, earn a living or to make a business happen or to help to bring some sort of income into the family. So the Sanskrit term Bhairava means to be the destroyer of fear. The sacred text Rudra Mala It hails Bhairava as the one who creates, sustains, and dissolves. These activities of Bhairava are carried out by his 8 different manifestations called Ashta Bhairava. And these forms can give you creative energies and self-confidence, boosting your energy, you're bringing high self-esteem, or bringing that tenacity to go after what you want, grab onto it and keep going with it. So it gives a lot of momentum to accelerate or to expand your consciousness so that things are seemingly happening fast, although time just ticks by as the seconds go by, the minutes go by, the hours go by, the days go by, weeks go by, months go by, and years go by. So it just goes by like that. However, it's our experience, our perception of time, where we're doing something that we love and time flies. If we're doing something that we, oh gosh, we just don't like it at all, it seems to drag out, and it's such a misery for everyone involved. So it's our ability to access Bhai, which means the light, and Ra is fire, and Va means to come and manifest. So these sounds are going to be building inside of us. That's what happens on the path, on the spiritual path, as we use mantras to protect our mind from being bombarded by negative thoughts that are just made up of a bunch of sounds anyways. And then we will replace them with higher vibrating thoughts. And these seed sounds, Bhairava, are going to bring a lot of light, a lot of fire to cook up our creative potential and make that happen, make our manifestation to happen faster. So Bhairava, the god of time, he helps to manufacture time in all galaxies. So he's the one who says, all right, Shiva, this is going to be your timeline, how you work with time. Okay, Parvati. Okay, Mother Mary, Ganesha, all the divine beings, all the gods, anyone who is in the spirit realm is under the influence of Bhairava, because Bhairava is the one who says, hey, you can create this way. And then that way there's order in the universe, and then there's order within us. So if we have really tough karmas and it's taking so long to come out of them, and it's so tough and so much energy, so a lot of wasted time, energy, resources, money, we make so many mistakes, we have to start over again, we have to find a new way, we have to think too much, we worry too much, we lose sleep, we lose our confidence. So all that brings us down, and Bhairava at this point in time needs to come to the earth plane as all the divine beings come into the earth plane during their cosmic event that's going on in other realms. And that is an eternal story that goes on and on and on. And we're going to tap into it. So this energy that will help us to create, to bring in confidence, to boost our self-esteem, to help things to manifest faster, to get into miracle consciousness. Because if things are going really fast, you think, oh my God, this is a miracle. I'm not being blocked at all. I don't have any setbacks. What the heck? This is amazing. So that's what you will experience. And then you will dissolve all those internal and external negativities, as well as bad limiting karma coming from your past lives, or maybe from the planets that are unfavorable for you. It's an unfavorable planetary period. Or look at life right now. It's so unfavorable, where we don't know whether we're going to be locked down or we're going to be set back in a phase of release during COVID. So it's like we get a little bit of freedom and then they take it away. They, quote unquote, take it away from us. Who are they and what is all that about? And that's what happens, is we get really confused. We don't know which way to turn, and it can be very scary. So we don't want to be trapped in this fear-like mongering world that we live in right now. And it's at a global level. Never before has it been this way. So it's a time where there's a lot of chaos. However, out of chaos comes creation. So we can create in all that mosh pit of energy that is going on, and there's no way we can figure it out. And that's the way the world is. The world has been created and destroyed and created again and destroyed and created again and again and again. And our souls go on this journey from lifetime to lifetime, and we may see the creation of a world, and then we hang out for several hundreds or thousands of lifetimes, and then we see the world destroyed, and so on. So there's a covenant between the gods and the humans, and we call on these divine beings to support us, and then they can evolve, and then we can also evolve with their support. So there's a mutual exchange, and it is written in scriptures across cultures, across traditions, across religions. So it's not like it's just in Hinduism or Buddhism or any of the isms. It is across the board, and that's what it is to tap into the spiritual realm and the religious cultural realm, where we can make peace with what we've been taught, and we can have respect for all the teachings, and we can then take it into another state where we're peeking in to the spiritual realm and saying, hey, who's on stage now? And so Bhairava's on stage now. October 9th is going to be a day where you can participate in that service, and we will send it off to you in the email that goes out to Power Time Practice members every week. Radha will send it out. Yagna will write it up. Thank you, my angel friends, always there to support everyone here at Power Time Practice. And then maybe we can post it on this video once this call is complete. So you can look underneath this video and check out the link. Or maybe if Radha's here, she can post it on the chat, so you will know what we're talking about as we go along tonight. And I'm here. I'm not sure if I said my name is Sucharita. Welcome, everyone. But we're here from Toronto, Canada. And so we are going to tap into 8 forms of this person, or this archetype, this God who will help us to eliminate fear, obstacles, boost confidence, and achieve our financial goals. And who wouldn't want that energy, or who wouldn't want those blessings? So using these 8 sacred offerings performed by 8 Vedic specialists or priests in India, they're going to invoke Ashta Bhairava, the 8 forms of Bhairava, and they're also going to be chanting his seed mantra. And then they're going to be giving 8 specific herbs in the fire on our behalf. So Asitanga Bhairava is a creativity boosting Bhairava. He removes curses in life and enhances creative skills. Ruru Bhairava is one who attracts royal favor. He helps us to win over enemies, bestows power to attract and rule others. And that's what happens in life. We feel like nobody sees us, nobody pays attention to us, and we don't have a voice. Even in amongst our family members, they don't take us seriously, or we don't even take ourselves seriously. So we need something to wake us up, so that we can be leaders in our lives, and then we can lead others. And it doesn't matter what it is in your life that you're doing, but we always want to evolve. We always want to get a little bit better, so that we are feeling we're as if we're living purposeful, we're evolving, and we're noticing that life is big, and it is, so there are so many possibilities, infinite possibilities. So we can tap into that and then draw those creative energies coming from Ruru Bhairava, R-U-R-U Bhairava, and helps to win over those negative forces. So it's not just enemies like competitors or rivals or friends who have become frenemies. It is the enemies inside of us, those inner demons, that even if we have all the things that we think that anyone would think that, wow, you've got it made. We have these energies or these thoughts inside of us that say, well, if I could just get one more car, or if I could have a better relationship. So we're never satisfied, or we have low self-esteem, even though we have all the material wealth, and we have great jobs, and looks like we have a great family. We don't feel like we are loved, or we don't feel like we are honored, or we feel like we're being used. So all those negative energies and thought forms are also our enemies. So we want to root that out inside as well. So Chanda Bhairava is the next one who bestows confidence, success, and multiple powers. So he helps us to improve our confidence levels, grants us success in competitions. So even when we are at work and we are presenting a project and we have to compete with someone else, and our confidence isn't there, and oh wow, it looks like they have a better project, or they have more support, or they have a better team. And we just have this conversation that goes on inside of our brains, and we're full of fear and full of anxiety. It's just a big mosh pit of negativity. So Chanda will help to bring up our confidence and help us to experience success, and then give us that power of attraction so that we can win over those kinds of situations. Or it can be in your life where you feel like you want to speak to a family member or your friends, or you're kind of shy, or you're a wallflower. Like I said before, you don't get noticed, yet you're speaking and no one takes you seriously. They don't pay attention to you, or you don't take yourself seriously. So we want to raise our vibration. We want to have that self-respect and be able to respect others, and to live a more fulfilling and more rewarding life. So Chanda Bhairava will help us to do that. Krota Bhairava, Krotha, or can be Krodha. So Krota Bhairava. He is the one who removes obstacles and in constructive efforts. So when we are creating our life, we're taking it step by step by step, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, obstacle comes. And then we're like, oh my God, I didn't see that coming. So he will pave the way so you have smooth sailing as you're going along your highway really super fast, and get your manifestations that much sooner. So Unmatta Bhairava is the doubt removing. Oh my goodness. So many people say, I'm so confused. I have all these questions. I doubt everything. I doubt that anything is going to happen. Even though I'm saying, geez, I really want this to happen. There's doubt. And we won't even say, oh, no, I'm good. I have faith. I have trust. I have no. Inside it's saying no. So we want to remove that energy that brings us down, even though we may be feeling like, yes, that's what I want. I want to have this amazing life. I want to manifest this and that and the other thing. And then we doubt it. And then boom, it just knocks us out, creates an obstacle. So progress bestowing Bhairava is what Unmatta Bhairava is all about as well. Helps to get rid of negative thoughts and gives growth or expansion in your work that you do. So you're not feeling like you're just trudging along day in, day out, and you feel like a hamster on the wheel and you're not going anywhere. So you can expand your intelligence, expand your creativity, expand your peer group, so that you go beyond those people who may be holding you back, because they are your friends, or even they might be your foes, your enemies, and they may be just saying, no, you don't want to do it, or no, I don't think that's good enough, or so and so is much better. So there can be just these little signs that you're saying, hey, that doesn't feel right. I want to expand beyond this peer group and get into another peer group who will honor me and respect me and notice me and want to work with me. So, and that, again, this is just an example. We're talking a lot about work related or purpose related life, because we're so locked down. We're so stuck inside. We want to get out of that box, that boxed in feeling, that caged feeling, and experience the freedom to be unlimited. So Kabala Bhairava is a wealth boosting Bhairava. He bestows creativity and the ability to progress in your work and in the activities or the action that you take in life. Bhishana Bhairava is fear diffusing Bhairava. He helps conquer internal negativities and protects from evil eye. So a lot of people say, Sushita, I feel like I'm being cursed. I feel like this people look at me in a strange way, or they look at me with jealousy or envy. Am I seeing things? No, you are seeing what that is, seeing in the way that you feel it, and it doesn't feel good. And especially when you have a conversation with someone and you go away and you feel totally drained, That's kind of like an evil eye. They put negative energy on them. And it may not be that they are doing it purposefully, but they hear how great you are or you're doing in your life. And then because they aren't, that jealousy or that envy, that energy goes on to you because it's associated with you. It's they love you, but then they have this about themselves, and then that energy goes on to you because it's associated with what you're doing, what you have, the people around you, and so on, and they don't have that. So jealousy is a really tough one, and it creates an evil eye or envy or, having bitterness and things like that. It's a poison that you can't avoid because you can't be responsible for anyone's feelings. You're not making them to feel any way. They're feeling it about themselves. So Bhishana will get rid of that evil eye. It's an energy. They can still look at you, but that energy will be cut because you'll feel that protection energy of Ashta Bhairava. So Samhara Bhairava is the final one, the eighth one. It creates this energy to cleanse bad karma. So reduces the impact of your past lives, bad karma, or even in this lifetime. We know, oh my God, I shouldn't have done that. I feel so bad. I feel guilty. Oh, wow. I feel sad that I was that way, or I'm so upset with myself because how could I ever do that? And as we go along, we kind of or push those energies down. And then they raise to the surface when we get on a spiritual path, because everything that's in our baby toe that we've pushed down, or those skeletons in our closet, they get busted open with the light. And then it's just like, whoa, that which we thought was hidden away and locked away good and tight is now haunting us. It's those skeletons are out and they're scary. So you don't want to worry about that. With Samhara Bhairava, that energy, as soon as it comes out, it can be diffused away. And so the bad karma is thinking. So we don't want to spend too much time, because the god of time, Kala Bhairava, is saying, listen, everybody makes mistakes. Everyone misses the mark. It's not a sin as in you will die. You should be punished. No. It just means, whoa, you weren't thinking straight at the time, or you weren't thinking in the right way. And maybe that was because of naivety, but now you have come to a point where you understand what the mistake was and you just don't repeat it again. And that's how we learn, and that's how we grow, and that's how we forgive ourselves. And to be able to forgive others is to forgive ourselves, and so on. And to have compassion for ourselves, then we can have compassion for others. So it helps us to realize our dreams. This Samhara Bhairava cleanses the karma. There's going to be 8 sacred ingredients offered during this Ashta Bhairava Fire Lab, that it will be done on our behalf. We'll send in our our name and our birth star or nakshatra, and that will activate the consciousness of our soul. So we want to live our soul's purpose, not our karmic purpose, because that is so limited. And our soul wants us to experience our highest manifestation of ourselves, which is a God self, our God-like, our angelic way of being, happy, uplifted, healing energy that will spill over into everyone else. And that's what we get to do as we evolve lifetime after lifetime. And perhaps in this lifetime, we can do that and get to that point. So this Ashta Bhairava Fire Lab will help us to work towards that. And that energy, these 8 Bhairavas, Ashta is 8, Bhairava, for those people who are just joining now, is this ability to bring in a lot of light, a lot of intelligence, and get us fired up, cook our creation so much faster, instead of us plodding along and it's on low heat. We want it cranked and do it now. And then bring it to us now as well. So Bhairava, light, fire, and bring it on now. Make it to manifest now. So the sacred herb is called Kundilium, and it is something that removes fear. It invokes protection. There's a variety of mixed herbs that will be also offered to these 8 forms of Bhairava to remove shyness or timidity, and boost confidence. Black peppercorns is to overcome enemies. That's kind of cool. Dried red chilies gives the ability for us to enjoy power, authority, control the effects of any negativity. Pumpkins. This is the season for pumpkins. Pumpkins are called Devata Druvyam, and it is a must-have sacred ingredient of the deity of Bhairava, and it can help to overcome internal and external enemies. So it makes sense when we offer as surrogate technology, we can offer a pumpkin as we do with lemons, limes, or coconuts. You can roll it around your head, put it on your eyes, your ears, your nostrils, your mouth, roll it all over your body. And imagine it being you and absorbing all the negativity. And then what you can do is you can go and smash it. So you can use big pumpkins or little pumpkins like you just saw. And now we know that it helps to really get rid of internal and external enemies, competitors, rivals, negativity, beating ourselves up, pushing ourselves down is not something that we want to do anymore. So Indian nettle twigs are also used in the home of this fire or heaven and can intensify the powers and blessings of Bhairava. The ghee, which is clarified butter, we've got some burning here in the lamp. And we're going to offer some ghee lamp to the 8 Bhairavas that you're going to see momentarily. And then finally, the black urad dal is soaked in curd, which is kind of like yogurt. And it's the primary food offering that removes sins and bad karma, so negative karma. So it is pretty amazing that we can do this via proxy, especially during COVID time. So even if we were in India, we wouldn't be able to go to the power spots for Kala Bhairava because they're not allowing the public to go into the temples. So this is going to be done on our behalf. And at the Ashta Bhairava Center Fire Lab in India, feeding dogs is something that Bhairava loves. Kala Bhairava loves feeding dogs. And so because he has a dog, and you'll see here in this image, this is Kala Bhairava, and he's got his little dog there. So that's his archetype. He's the god of time, and that's how you will know. You'll see in his primary image of Kala Bhairava, Kala means time. And Bhairava means that light, that fire, that ability to make things happen fast. And so you're going beyond time. So he manufactures time so you can supersede it. You can go above it. We're going to do a meditation process as well momentarily. And we'll also do a puja service. We'll offer something that represents each of the 5 elements that make up us and then everything here in the universe. And everyone, all divine beings, all human beings, anyone is made up of these 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space, or ether is the element. So space is where the Akashic records are. The Akash is also called space, another name for space. And so we want to get into a space, not that we have to get in a rocket ship and go up into space. We can feel the energy as if we are taking off in a rocket ship internally. So feeding dogs, that's what they'll do also on our behalf if you participate in this Fire Lab service for the Ashta Bhairavas. And then also garlands are going to be offered. So those are necklaces, different types of necklaces. And then you can, they will also do mantra writing for us. So they'll write the mantra for Bhairava, and it's 108 or 1008 or 10,008, depending on what service that you participate. So go check that out afterwards, because even if you think, well, I'm not going to participate in it, just reading about it, educating yourself, getting that knowledge, it's spiritual knowledge. And Dr. Pillai knows that people are, we're on a budget and it's tight times. Although what seems to happen is people start to get really excited. Oh my God, I really want to do that, which has happened to me and it continues to happen. And when I really, really, really want to do it, it means that energy, that consciousness is waking up inside of me and saying, hey, you need to feed your soul. This is soul food. So feed your soul to expand the light inside of you, the intelligence, and then you're living your soul's purpose. It's not like something down the road that you achieve. It's every day you feel the light, the love, the super consciousness. Things are happening fast. You're in miracle consciousness. You're going, I don't even know what time it is. I don't even wear a watch anymore. Everything just seems to be as if I'm in the right place at the right time, thinking, saying, doing the right thing. I thought I was going to go over here and then I'm over here and it's way better. So we've all had those moments where we've gone a different way or something happened that blocked us from manifesting something. And then we had to wait a little bit, or we went a different way, and whoa, all of a sudden it's like, it's so much better. So that's what Kala Bhairava will do when we get this intelligence and have these 8 different forms of Bhairava to wake up inside of us. And then when we are doing the practice thereafter, you can maybe participate also in, there's a course. Oh my God, I'm blanking out now. Maybe Radha, you're here and you can post it on timeline jumping. I facilitated the course. I hosted the live calls, and so you'll see me there in the recorded sessions of that course that Dr. Plies put together, and he gave the initiations into Kala Bhairava teachings and how to manifest things very quickly is what you want to do. So you can check out that timeline jumping course. It's in Ply Center Academy. My goodness, I can't believe I forgot about that. But there it is. So all these different forms of Kala Bhairava will be honored. There's 8 types of garland offerings to Bhairava at the power spot for Bhairava. So there's going to be a lemon garland, and that grants relief from evil eyes and helps to overpower enemies. Oleander flower garland to end suffering and improve multitasking ability. Whole turmeric garden helps to reduce debts and helps gain financial stability. Cashew nut garland can absorb the powers of the mantras and carry your prayers to Bhairava. That's interesting. Coconut garland Bhairava is the guru of Saturn, as I mentioned earlier. This offering of the coconut garland can help reduce the adverse effects of Saturn. So Saturn is the one who delivers really tough karmas so that we will get on a spiritual path. And then when we are on a spiritual path, Saturn is happy. Otherwise, we're depressed, there's delays, we're sad, we have breakdowns, we can't find a way out, we can't find solutions to our problems, there's financial problems, health problems. So if you're experiencing any or all of that, chances are you got to take a look at the Saturn influence in your chart. And maybe you want to do that by getting a live astrology consultation or a Saturn report that's written up on Ashraved. And again, if Radha's here, please post that link to live astrology consultations or Saturn remedies, including the reports. Or you can send an email to support@ashraved.com, and then those people will direct you how to do that. And then once you understand, oh my God, I have to honor Saturn, then Kala Bhairava says, all right. Because see, Saturn is also called Kronos, and Kronos is the god of time. So Saturn, time, Bhairava, you can see the relationship and then feel the energy as you come to know these spiritual beings. And then that energy or that intelligence gets inside of you and lights you up. And then once you're lit up with their intelligence, like you are them and they are you. So just like when someone gives you some knowledge, you're like, wow, I didn't know how to be creative with my finances until I went to a financial advisor. And now I get it. Now I understand it. Now I can do it. So that's what we want to do, is we want to go to these archetypes and help them to wake up inside of us something that we aren't seeing. It's in our blind spot. We're blinded by it. We're third eye blind. It's not just a band. So coconut garland, that's for this Bhairava, who is the guru of Saturn, and offering helps to reduce the effects of Saturn. And it's interesting, again, the coconut is, for those people who don't know what a coconut looks like, this is what a coconut looks like. And you can also use this as a surrogate technology where you roll it around your body and imagine all the negativity going into a coconut and just go smash it as if you're smashing your karma. So the coconut will help to alleviate or reduce obstacles and delays and so on. Chickpea or chana garland helps us to excel in education and succeed in our exams or the tests that we're put under. So it doesn't have to be academic or theoretical or technical exams. It can be you're just looking at your life and you're being tested all the time. So it will make you to use your wisdom, act from a wise form of intelligence versus trying to figure things out and weigh things out, pros and cons. That takes too much time. You just want to know what to do right now, and it will be the right thing. So black pepper also is a garland that will help to overcome fear and insecurities. Bilva leaf and yellow flower garland. And bilva is the leaf that we give to Lord Shiva to get rid of our tough karmas. So giving the bilva leaf and yellow flower garland will help us to gain profits in business. So we'll gain from all of our investments, or we will gain friends, social circle may expand, even though we're in COVID lockdown. Maybe we will find a way out and expand our social circle. So again, the dog feeding is going to be done on our behalf. The mantra writing is actually 1,008 times. So it's believed that writing the mantra for Bhairava is going to give us favorable blessings for success and progress. And when we have someone else doing it on our behalf, not only are we employing them, those who maybe they're not educated or they don't have technical skills or they just don't have the means to go now to a job, we can get their blessings by them writing the mantras out in our name on our behalf. And then, so it's a beautiful energy exchange, and it makes you to feel good when you can do that for someone and they are doing it for you. And they pray as they're writing, they think of you, they pray for you, they really get into it. And it's amazing. Like, you're just like, wow, thank you so much. I didn't have the time to write all that out, and you did it for me. So it helps them, helps you, helps them. And it's a gift that keeps on giving. So there's different packages. There's the essential package, enhanced package, and premier package. And then you can get individual packages for each of the 8 forms of Bhairava as per what is resonating with you in your life. Whatever your issue is, maybe you just want to go for that type of Bhairava and get that blessings to break through that particular area of your life. So that's what it is, this power time that's coming up, and it is going to be on the October 9th, 2020 at 5:30 a.m. Pacific time, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, and 6 p.m. IST, India Standard Time. And then you'll have to convert it to the different times for wherever you are in the world. So that's going to be October 9th, which is in another 6 days. So you have that time to think about it, read about it here on the store and at Apply Center or on Ashta. And then we're going to go now and do a little bit of a puja, because we have 8 different forms of Bhairava, which is something that you may be interested in as well, because that's something that you could purchase, these images, these statues that will be energized when you participate in this service that is going to be going on. So without further ado, I'm going to be moving the camera over to this altar here, where you are going to now see some images. And I will point out those images to you, and let's see if we can shed a little bit more light on there. Great. So what we have here is we have Lord Ganesha. He just had a birthday in September. He starts off the cosmic spiritual events by removing all the obstacles. So all the different divine beings can come into the earth plane. It's the month of goddess, so Navaratri is coming up. There's the free Navaratri calls that you can jump on, and we'll talk about that when we come back from our meditation and this elementalization or puja offering. And so we can see here, we've got Bhairava. So this is Kala Bhairava, and you can see his dog is behind him here. This is the trident or trisul. It represents the Ida and Pingala, and then the Sushumna, the three main nadis or energies, energy channels in our subtle body or energy body. So just staring at that is going to help to remove negativity. Not staring at it, you can merge with it. You can see he's got one here in his hand. So these are, each one I'm going to hold up is the different form of the Bhairava. So this is Asitanga Bhairava. And you can see this Asitanga has a swan behind him, sort of. You can see it maybe. There it is. That's the back of him. So there's a swan behind him. And this Asitanga Bhairava is energized to help to improve creativity, remove curses, and gain success in all of your efforts. So that's Asitanga Bhairava. And then we have this next Bhairava here is Ruru. Ruru Bhairava, R-U-R-U Bhairava. And you can see his vehicle is an ox. So the ox is there behind. And then this Bhairava is going to help you to overpower enemies and get people under your control, meaning that they are going to be magically attracted to you. And you're going to feel like, wow, I didn't really have to do anything. They are just coming to me. So that is Ruru Bhairava. And again, the enemies that you have may be fearful and run away with Ruru Bhairava's protection. This third Bhairava is Chanda Bhairava, and it's associated with the peacock swan. There you can see it behind him. So this is the Chanda Bhairava. And he is this Ashta Bhairava to help you to gain self-confidence, win over competitors or rivals or enemies. So that's the Bhairava, Chanda Bhairava. And then we have the fourth Bhairava here, and he has an eagle as a vehicle or vahana. And you can see it there where my finger is. So my index finger. So this is Krota Bhairava, and he has this eagle swan that is energized to give you clarity while taking crucial decisions in life. So important decisions in your life. Maybe you're at a crossroads and you don't know which way to turn, and help you to make use of your maximum potential. So you want your highest self-esteem, your highest intelligence to help you to make decisions, wise decisions, versus scrambling and being fearful and worried and so on and confused. So he will remove that. And then we have the next one is Unmatta Bhairava. And he has this horse behind him, the Vahana. So there's the horse image. And Unmatta Bhairava helps you to gain control over your words and give you powerful speech. So that's something, if you're speaking and nobody's listening, or you don't even believe what you're saying, he helps to bring that energy, that higher intelligence, so it breaks through that confusion or kind of that cloud that is clouding your thoughts, clouding your speech, clouding your ability to get your point across or to be heard and to be understood and so on. So the power of speech will help to move things along for you much quicker, because people will understand you and they'll be like, yep, let's do it, right on. So Kabala Bhairava has an elephant as the vehicle, and you can see here this elephant is behind. And this Bhairava is going to be giving you the ability to put an end to all unproductive works and action and thoughts. So anything that's not going to be produce things that are going to make you to feel successful, or you feel like, hey, that was a great use of my time, my energy, my resources. That was a miracle. Things got done. So this Kabbalah Bhairava will help you to be really productive. Maybe time management as well. So this next Bhairava he's got a lion next to him right there as his vehicle, his Vahana. And this is Bhishana Bhairava, and he helps you to overcome all negative energies and evil spirits or evil eye, black magic. If you feel like you have curses around you, or just some negative energy, and you know that somebody's sending it to you because you're thinking about these people and they're not loving thoughts. So that's what like black magic is. It's like this magic that's dark and black and congested energy. So, and it makes you to have low energy or sick, and you just can't, you don't want to finish anything. You don't want to be productive. You get discouraged and you get down. So this Bhairava with the lion will make you to roar like a lion. Be the king of the jungle or the queen of the jungle. And then we have Samhara is the 8th form here. And Samhara has the dog, is also like Kalabhairava. And he will help you to overcome bad consequences of past actions or karma. So even if you've messed up, it can remove that negative congested energy so that it doesn't become a karma that has to go around, come around, whatever goes around comes back to you. So he will divert that or diffuse that boomerang back, especially when you get his blessings and oh my God, I shouldn't have done that. But how to stop the karma from coming back, he will dissolve that. And then he also dissolves dark or evil forces. Evil is just a word that is like sucks the life out of things. If you look at the word evil and turn it around, it's live. So the life force will be restored. So now that we have the blessings of all these Bhairavas, because we've talked about them, they're starting to come alive. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do an elementalization. We're going to offer different items that represent the different elements. So we've got some food here, some trail mix and dried fruits and nuts and little pieces of chocolate, some seeds. The gods and goddesses love that. So you can, and there's cashews in there. Bhairava loves that. So Bhairava is also known as the god of travels. So he helps to protect anyone who is traveling, even if you're traveling in a car or a bus or any public transit, especially during COVID time. So you call on Bhairava to protect you from anything that will be harmful during your travels. So the earth element, you focus on the lower chakras. And then you will offer some water. You focus on the navel chakra, the belly. There's the fire is the next element. It's represented by the ghee lamp. There's also a Saturn lamp here. And you can see that it's got black sesame seeds and sesame oil. And it's a Saturday here in Toronto, Canada, Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And that's why I love doing Power Time practice on Saturdays, because we're making the best use of our time. We're honoring Lord Saturn. We're doing something spiritual. We're breaking up some karma or dissolving it away. And we're understanding how to navigate the truth behind the curtain of this world, which is run by energies that are helping us to overcome obstacles, be unlimited, go beyond this illusory world. Even though it seems so real, we want to get into an energy and an intelligence. As we're navigating, we want to be uplifted. We want to feel godlike, or we want to manifest goddess-like energy, create a lot of different great things in our lives instead of just going along with what is happening as status quo. So fire, we're going to fulfill our heart's desire. So you're going to focus on that chakra. And then we have the incense, that is like a burning, like having a little mini fire lab or a homa, because it's got special herbs for Lord Saturn, because this is to the day, Saturdays, you can offer the 9-planet incense sticks that are offered through Apply Center and Ashta, but you can buy those. And, or any incense you can use, but this has the herbs as if we're having a little fire lab. So this represents the air element, or the subtle element of air, which is prana, the life force. Without the life force, you would be dead. So the fire, this incense represents the air, and you can focus on the throat, the nostrils, the mouth. We'll get to that. We're going to take you through step by step. And finally, the ether element is represented by the flowers. And why the flowers? Well, just imagine if someone gives you a flower. Hey, here's a nice flower for you. What do you think? Oh, wow, that's so nice. That person loves me. And that's what it is. You don't have to say anything. You just can give flowers, and it just goes straight to the heavenly realms. It's like a divine text message or an SMS or Insta, or getting on WhatsApp or whatever. You're calling on the divine, and you're doing it in a way that traditionally they use the flower just to go straight to the heavenly realms. So those are the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether, space, Akash. And we are going to be focusing on the eyes and the brain for the Akash when we offer the flowers. So let's now get into a state of receptivity where we are going to be grounding ourselves in an energy that is outside of what we've been doing. And maybe we've been distracted even listening now. Maybe you can take just a few minutes to get into a different state of consciousness, a different realm of experience, tap into it. And it goes beyond your thinking mind. It's just, you're going to feel an energy. You're going to get a message. You're going to get a feeling, have a feeling. So no use in doing anything if you don't feel anything. Or experience a shift, or maybe you have a solution to your problem comes out of nowhere. That would be a miracle. And then even after this call, maybe something in your life will happen just because you participated in this simple service to yourself, and then collectively, if we're going to do it, holding hands with everyone from around the world, will create a network that will bring in Bhairava's grace and blessings. So closing your eyes, put your attention internally. We're going to focus on a reddish orangish light that's pouring down our legs, into our feet, even into the soles of the feet, the bottom of your feet. And this reddish orangish light is going to make its way into the ground. So imagine it going from about our pelvic region, base of the spine, the lower chakra, down the legs, all the way down the feet and through the soles of the feet, and go deep into the middle of the earth. And what's in the middle of the earth? Fire. So we want to use the Kundalini, the fire energy of the earth, Mother Earth, the Goddess Earth, to burn our karmas and then give us the energy, the protection coming from Mother Earth up through the soles of the feet, the legs, going up the legs, back into the pelvic region, and moving down and up and down. So it's cyclical. It's an energy exchange, reddish orangish light. We'll call on Ganesha to remove the obstacles. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Ganapataye Namaha. Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Now imagine a beam of light shooting up your backbone. It's a ray of light from inside of you. It's piercing all the chakras, going up through the top of the skull and into the space, up, 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 like a divine searchlight, seeking out Bhairava consciousness, logging on as a divine Wi-Fi connection to Bhairava today. Enliven the chakras starting at the base of the spine. Move up to the heart center, middle of the chest. Move up to the throat, clear the throat. Move up to the middle of your brain, the third eye. Float back down to the base of the spine. Connect with the earth element. Na, 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 na. Move into the navel chakra, the belly. Fill it with water. Ma, 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 ma. Move up to the heart center, middle of the chest, also down the arms and hands. Set them on fire. She, 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 she. Move up to the throat, the mouth, the nostrils. Connect with the air element or subtle air, prana. Va, 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 va. Move up to the two eyes. Keep the eyeballs steady, still. Focus on your right and left brain. The whole brain lights up, the eyes light up. Connect with the ether, the Akash or space. Ya, 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 ya. Now, imagine Dr. Ply appearing before you in a form you're familiar with or a light. Be embraced by the light, penetrating all the pores of your skin, all around your body, head to toe, inside, outside. This light is a spiritual light to enliven your soul, burn your karma, change your destiny. Receive the light like a sponge. Receive 2 beams of light in your eyes. 2 beams of light in either ear, piercing the eardrums.
Going inside the head, the whole head lights up. The brain lights up. A beam of light enters the mouth, pierces the tongue, the whole tongue lights up. Even the back of the tongue and the throat are lit up. Two beams of light shoot up your nostrils. Where they meet on the forehead, just above the bridge of the nose, your pituitary, your pineal, your third eye starts to tingle or buzz or pressure is there. With these beams of light shooting up the nostrils. A beam of light enters the spot between your two eyebrows and about an inch above on the forehead, piercing the third eye, activating the middle of your brain, pituitary pineal, the portal or doorway to your higher self. Open it up with this light. Then a beam of light pierces the top of the skull from the sky, the space. It enters your brain. All the neurons fire in your brain. Neurons talk to one another through sparks of light, fire. The whole nervous system lights up, the whole body lights up. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. And slowly, slowly open your eyes, and we will begin the offering of the 5 different items representing the 5 elements inside of you, as well as everything in the universe. And once we do the offering, we will connect with Bhairava. Om Gham Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Ashta Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Ruru Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Chanda Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Krora Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Unmatta Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Kabala Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Bhishana Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Samhara Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Kalla Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Swana Krishna Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Asitanga Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Ruru Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Chanda Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Krora Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Unmatta Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Kabala Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Bhishana Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Samhara Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Khala Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Shrim Swarnakshana Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Ashitanga Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Ruru Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Chanda Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Krora Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Anmatta Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Kabala Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Bhishana Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Samhara Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Khala Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Shri Swanakshana Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Ashidhanga Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Ruru Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Chanda Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Krodha Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Unmattha Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Kapala Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Bhishana Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Samhara Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Khala Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Shrim Swarnakshana Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Ashitanga Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Ruru Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Chanda Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Krora Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Unmatta Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Gava Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Bhishana Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Samhara Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Khala Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Shrim Swanakshana Bhairavaya Namaha. Now, you can close your eyes or you can keep them open and be gazing at the images. You may see a smile or you may have some energy that's coming out or light. Then maybe you want to start with your eyes closed and then open them up, or do whatever you want. If you close your eyes, then it's easier to focus internally. And then you can open them later on. So close your eyes, put your attention internally, if you'd like. Imagine a ray of light shooting up from your heart center. So focus on your heart center, middle of your chest. A ray of light shoots up through the brain, through the skull, and rests 12 inches above the skull. So maybe you can even take your hand and kind of imagine 12 inches above the top of your skull. Merge with a red light that represents Bhairava, 12 inches above your skull. So your attention is shooting up from your heart, through your brain, through the skull, and then resting at a point 12 inches above your skull. Merge with the red light, Kala Bhairava. Now imagine this beam of light shooting up from your heart, resting 12 inches above your skull, pinging it again and again and again with the mantra. Udimo Bhairava, 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 Udimo Bhairava. Feel the energy, the fire, the light, the heat, the expansion, the lightness of being after participating. As you're coming back to yourselves, you can slowly open your eyes when you're ready and gaze into the images that have been activated. And then make a prayer or a request for whatever it is that you want help with, especially removing fear, confusion, frustration, anger, or any negative internal or external forces that are blocking your progress and then creating fear, anxiety, and so on. And then ask for high self-esteem and boost the confidence and help you to experience success. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul. Peace to the environment, peace to the world. Peace, peace, peace. So you can close your prayer out with also a prayer for the world, especially those people who really need support. They just don't have anybody to help them. So every human being should have food, clothing, shelter, medicine, clean water, education. People in their lives that care about them, love them. It's our divine right. So we can do that, pray for others. And slowly let go. And we're going to move the camera. You'll see Dr. Fly. And then I will say hello. How are you? How is that? It seemed to be a bit fun for me anyways. So thanks for joining those people who need to go. I hope that you enjoyed learning about Bhairava, Ashta Bhairava, Ashta meaning 8, Bhairava meaning the forms of this fierce archetype who will remove fear, anxiety, and boost your self-esteem, your confidence,
and then help you to manifest, create a better reality. So you're welcome to watch the rest of this recording when you have time. It will be up on YouTube, and we'll see you next time. Actually, tomorrow we'll see you with Dr. Ply. He's going to be doing a live webinar and talking about the goddesses. So please join that. And I think the link will be posted below, or it can be seen in Ply Center, the rotating banner at the top of Ply Center homepage. You'll see all about the goddess, and then how you can join the free calls that are happening every night since October 1st to the 25th, and also spanning the 9 nights of Navaratri, 9 meaning Nava, Ratri meaning night. So Navaratri is a powerful time to connect with the goddess, get energy, and feel that you are able to combat the dark forces. So Sujata is saying here, looks like Babaji has arranged this meditation and puja for me. I needed this the most at this time. And that's what happens. We're in the right place at the right time and receiving all the blessings. So all we need to do really is just show up, and then things get done for us. So thanks everyone for joining. You're welcome to post your questions or your comments on the chat, and then I'll be happy to respond after I move the incense, because it's pretty smoky. It's like a fire. So looking on the chat is what I'm going to do now. And we have lots of gratitude, some messages. Thoroughly enjoyed. Sita's saying, very nice. Thank you for the blessing. Bless you too. So beautiful. Thank you so much. Looks like Babaji has arranged it, the meditation. Yes. Beautiful. Lots of energy went through me. Nisa's saying, magnificent experience. Melba's saying, impressive and extremely beautiful. Thank you, Sindrita. Oh, thank you, Melba. I really love doing these pujas, because when we prepare for the divine to come in, it's like preparing for a party. And then everyone here who is coming is a guest, and we're going to celebrate together. So to make it a celebration is what we want to experience, especially during COVID times. We just want to have a time out from all the negativity, being bombarded with social media and with what's going on in the news and on the internet and in conversations with people. The first thing that pops out of people's mouth is not usually a happy thought. So we want to get a lot of blessings from the divine. And then we can do that simply here. So thank you. Lots of gratitude. Lovely. Radha has posted the 1-year Saturn remedies. Link is on the chat if you scroll up. And then also astrology consultations are on the chat. Timeline jumping course through the Ply Center Academy is there. And Melissa is saying here, timeline jumping is one of my favorite courses, transformational. So that is going to help you to be initiated into Ashta Bhairava teachings, the god of time, and then having that consciousness guide you thereafter. And that's what Dr. Ply will do, is he will initiate you. We're inviting you to give you a little taste tester here. So there's a whole smorgasbord buffet of teachings and initiations in timeline jumping, and it's a fabulous energy to be tapping into. And then it changes the life. It's just things that you thought were going to happen down the road, all of a sudden it just gets done. So Sita's saying, thanks for hitting all the points, very direct. Okay, great. Flowers sitting by Dr. Ply are so beautiful. Blessings. Yeah, these are the fall mums. It's really nice. I think they're mums. Anyways, I like the colors. 8 Bhairavas, eliminate fear, boost your confidence. Oh, that's the link. So Radha's again, Ply Center Practice posted the link to this, the Ashta Bhairavas, the 8 Bhairavas. So check that out, and maybe you can participate in a part of the services. So whatever we can do, trust that the divine is helping us to do it. And then that energy will wake up inside of us. That consciousness will wake up inside of us, and it'll be with us to guide us. So again, the divine is light. It's intelligence. With more light, you can see more. That's how you know that, oh wow, I'm on a lit path. It's lighted up and I feel lighter. I feel enlightened. And that's what the whole process of enlightenment is all about. It's not an end game. It is a process that you get more light and more intelligence, and you navigate your life with more grace and ease, and you have more knowledge that comes to you. You know what to do. You have more wisdom. So that's the light, the divine light that comes in through these blessings of these archetypes. So Gary is saying, every so often I feel I'm attacked and huffing and puffing constantly. My breathing is blocked. I call on Kali for help, but it keeps reoccurring. Well, Gary, try calling on Kala Bhairava because he will, obviously, with these 8 forms, a few of them are going to come to the rescue. And that's what we want to do. We want to experience support in our lives. And when we're huffing and puffing, or we feel like the life is getting sucked out of us, or our energy, our life force is being drained, then we can always have these blessings, the energy and the power or empowerments coming from these divine beings are going to be woken up inside of us when we call on them. So it's like when you need help from a friend, you just text them or you call them or you email them, whatever, and then you know you can count on them. They will be there for you and help you out. And that's what we want to do, is we want to get these divine beings on our side, because not always do we have access to our friends, especially in COVID times. So really it's a really interesting time that we're living in, because it's making people to go internally and find the answers within. And then we kind of get lost in the forest, the dark forest of our thoughts, the jungle. And we're like monkeys jumping around in, we make ourselves to go a little bit crazy. We can't sleep. We don't eat properly. We're all kind of messed up. And yet we can be also going internally, calling on these divine beings. And then we are in the right place at the right time. We're thinking, we're moving about life, and as if life is regular and natural and as it was. And we seem to avoid all the conflict and the rioting or whatever is going on in the neighborhood or in conversation. We don't get drawn in or sucked in, and our life force stays high. Our energy stays high. We're uplifted. So that's what it is in the world. It's always going to be forever and ever and ever this place where we're going to learn how to get on the spiritual path. And we won't know the light unless it's really dark, just like the sky is black at night, the space, so that we can see the twinkle of the stars. The stars are going on all the time, but in the daytime when the sun is shining, we don't see the stars. So we kind of need that opposite energy, like the yin and the yang symbol, the black and the white. So it's like the light and the dark are these forces, these energies in nature and also in the spiritual realm, and it's going on. So we want to always be on the good side, so that we avoid groping in the dark or being in ignorance and being dragged down by dark times, or our own thoughts or our own energies, emotions bring us down as well. Or people's emotions. We're so concerned about other people who are struggling and we can't find a way out. So we waste a lot of energy. And, praying to the Bhairavas will help us to find a way out, or help them to find a way out, if that's their karma. And we talked about that before too, is that we don't want to interfere with too much karma. And that's what Bhairava will do, is say, hey, you know what? They're going to be okay. That's what their soul wants to do. So don't interfere. And then you don't have to worry. So it's not like you're going to be, careless, so you won't care about them. It's just that you'll be detached from it, and you'll just know, oh, wow, I can send love, I can send prayers, I can send the Bhairavas to protect, but whatever happens, that's their soul's evolution, and that's what I have to leave up to the divine. And then you are using your time and your energy and your resources wisely. That's what Kala Bhairava will do. So it looks like I've answered the questions and comments, read out the comments. Sarita is saying it was amazing. Praying to Kala Bhairava Bhagwan. I was so scared of this deity. Now I feel protected. There you go. And that's what happens too. People get on a spiritual path and then they have an encounter with these types of archetypes who have like different weapons and they're kind of fierce and fangs, and they're that way so that they will scare away those dark forces, those entities that we're really afraid of. They will even be more afraid. So, when we first encounter them, it can be pretty scary. But then when you have Dr. Ply lighting up the way and showing you what's behind the mask and what's behind time, what's going on behind the scenes in your everyday life, then you can go in and you can call on these guardians, kind of like your bodyguards. You're the celebrity in life and you have a bunch of bodyguards, and then they will protect you as you move through your life. So everyone else will be scared of them who are harming you, not the ones the ones who are your loved ones. They're going to know the energy is benevolent and protective. So Melba is saying, oh my God, yes, when you were chanting and placing the flowers next to the statues, it was tenderly breathtaking. It melted and expanded my heart. Oh, that's so sweet, Melba. So I think I've read everything. Oh, Nadja is saying here, thank you so much. I have a question for you. How do you fit all these programs with everything else? Have just finished honoring the goddesses and jump in here. Well, here's the thing. How do you do your life? You just do it as it comes along. So this is the time you committed to finding out about Kala Bhairava. You can go and find out more about Kala Bhairava, or you can participate in the services, and that consciousness is going to educate you, educate your soul, and then guide you. So it's not that you have to do anything. You just show up. And then if you're drawn to chant the mantra, you'll chant it. If you're drawn to listen to the mantras, you'll listen to it. If you're drawn to timeline jumping, you'll immerse yourself in it and you'll do it for some time. And maybe you'll take a break from it. Maybe you'll visit it again. Maybe you won't visit it ever again, but that consciousness will get inside of you. Just like in life, we go to school. We don't have to necessarily go back to kindergarten and learn about ABCs. We can go beyond that and we can maybe reminisce about it. Or, imagine yourself learning it for the first time when you see your grandchild learning ABCs for the first time. So the mantras, the practices, being on the spiritual path means that these practices, these teachings are going to keep guiding you. And so that's the beauty of being with Dr. Ply. There are no hard and fast rules. He knows we're in the 21st century. There's so many things pulling us in all kinds of different directions. So when we are chanting mantras, we can do it internally. We can do it out loud. We can just listen to them. We can listen while we're traveling. We can have it playing. I have my phone with me and I'll be putting my makeup on, or I'll be taking a shower and I'll have it playing the mantras or playing a meditation. And so you don't necessarily have to sit down and do everything in your puja room. You can be doing it anytime. You can have it playing at night and you're sleeping to it. And it's food for your soul. Your soul doesn't need this body. It's just encased in it. And if you're thinking, oh, am I doing this right? Am I doing it wrong? Or how am I doing it? Or what's it doing to me? It's not about that. It's about you being present to it. And you're doing your best to allow it to unfold or help you to unlearn everything you've covered up. You've covered up your soul with all kinds of thoughts, with emotions, with life experiences. You become rigid or boxed in, and you're only thinking this way. The mantras will protect you from doing that and will expand your consciousness. And your consciousness will draw towards it more fulfilling, more rewarding things. So these mantras, the meditations, they're all keys that unlock the secret of your soul, or kind of help you to unlearn. So peel away the layers. And it's done in a way that even if you read about it for a whole lifetime. You wouldn't understand it so quickly as you would with a Sadguru, because they'll just say, hey, listen, you're going to waste your time doing that for a lifetime. Why don't you just do the mantra and know that it's going to unlock the secrets, and then you will see it in your life. So don't stress out too much about when to do what. If a mantra comes to you and it's not the course that you are currently studying, and it just comes out of nowhere, then it could be that it's it's something that is going to protect your mind or protect you from an onslaught of karma, or maybe some negative thoughts or energies coming from other people. So that's why we come together every week, is to help you to focus on what is the energy of this week and what is the main power time. So the main power time is to honor the god of time, and then you can start to maybe, implement, download the Horror Watch, the Pro Horror Watch. I think it's on Ashta, and it's an app that will help you to understand the study of time, which is astrology. It's the planets. You study what their qualities or characteristics are, and then that during a Saturn hora or on a Saturday, Lord Saturn is ruling. And that's the energy. So you can be feeling on the negative side of Saturn throughout the whole day. You can be feeling like, oh, it's so drudge. I'm hungover, or I have so much work to do, or I got to do all my errands. And so that's the negative side of Saturn. But if you're doing something spiritual, you're chanting mantras, things are moving very quickly, and things are moving with grace and ease. And then you feel like, oh, wow, Saturn's giving me a good karma. So, and then the same Sunday is the sun, Monday, the moon, Tuesday, Mars, Wednesday, Mercury, Thursday, Jupiter, Guru in Sanskrit, Friday, Venus, and Saturday, Saturn. And then you have Rahu and Ketu, the head and tail of the snake, or the north and south node of the moon, respectively. And those energies are always happening every hour of the day. And then Rahu time, it's called poison time, or Rahu Kala. And you want to be careful during that time to not make any important decisions or sign any contracts if you can avoid it. And so we've talked about that in the Rahu Ketu transit, which was a few weeks ago, or maybe 3 weeks ago. So check that video out as well. So every week you're going to get a message on who to call on and how to access their blessings. So all your courses you can do when you have time to do them, but then also to just allow these divine beings, once you get to know them, allow them to guide you on their days during their horas and so on. And then as you learn about the time Shaktis, Shakti means energy, and then the time is that which is the energy in that period of time, you can get that grace and blessings. Just like someone said, I was feeling so down, but then you came at this time and then the energy changes. So that's because the god of time, is there and just chopping up all that negativity. So you can experience that. That's what life is about. You want it to be joyous and happy. And even during COVID, you can take a time out from COVID and you can go and do your spiritual practices. So however that works for you, you will figure it out. And, you can always get a personal coaching, a one-on-one. I'll be happy to help you with that as well. So, but here's the good news. And I'm glad that you're sharing that question, because Swami Nuvali, who is also a longtime Ply Center teacher and student of Dr. Ply's, and she's also a Vedic astrologer. And together, her and I are going to be creating a Time Shakti course. So Kala Bhairava will be honored during that course, and will help people to understand when they're on a spiritual path and they're taking different courses, and then how to navigate their life. So maybe your question is like a preview to what is coming ahead. And now we have the blessings of Kala Bhairava, so things are going to move very quickly. We've been wanting to do this for years. So we just haven't had the bandwidth, and now we're going to do it, and we're going to get some support too from Radha, who's here, although she may not know yet. But definitely, I'm sure she will love to help out, because she's also a Vedic astrologer and a longtime student devotee of Dr. Pillai. So, you know, being in the right place, it's like we wait and wait and wait for years. Do we really wait? No, the gods tell us this is the time. And so we always want to be looking at our life as if it's perfect timing of everything, even if it doesn't feel like it is, or people are saying, why is this taking you so long? Or why aren't you not doing that? You just have to trust in the divine and do your practices, do your coursework as you would do naturally in your decision making of everyday activities. So hopefully that is going to excite you. And Rod has just posted here on Pillai Center Practice big happy faces. So that means yes, she's excited. So with that, let's wrap it up. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining. It's been so fun today to be able to call on the different aspects of Kala Bhairava and help you to experience some breakthrough. And then if you review this recording, the teachings here, and you're interested in going into timeline jumping or participating in the paid service, then you will start to really grow that consciousness, and that will be your guiding light. And miracles are what it's all about. So we're going to get out of slow time, and that would be a miracle. So thanks to Dr. Pillai and everybody here. Thanks, Radha. Thanks, Yagina, and everybody here that has supported everyone here at Power Time Practice. Have an amazing rest of your day, your evening, wherever you are. Please jump on to the call tomorrow, or the webinar with Dr. Pillai on Pillai Center YouTube. And he's going to be talking about Bala Tripura Sundari, who is this beautiful goddess. And that's all I want to say about it. And then you can join that or watch the recording. So God bless you all. Namaste.